Hello and what's up Wednesday? Welcome back to my channel. So first, my Etsy shop is up and running. I now have my essential oil and energy sprays in my shop. The sage kits will probably be up tomorrow, but hit me up if you're curious about any of this and I will post more information soon. Secondly, what is my topic for today? Food. Food and eating and how we eat and what we're actually eating. So I had this great conversation with a bunch of wonderful women yesterday at a networking workshop, actually, which was amazing. And one of the things that we talked about was food and diets and what we eat and how it doesn't affect us all the same. I can only speak from my particular expertise, which is energy. So when you are giving off a emotion or an energy that is based in eating with guilt and stress, guess what you're actually putting into the food and guess what you're actually ingesting? Guilt and stress. It can be interesting to reprogram this particular energy, this particular tangent, because of course there's going to be attachments to all kinds of things. But I wanted to just give you guys a little bit of information about it. So for example, when I started to be aware of how I felt before I ate something, I started to realize what I felt emotionally, what my energy was doing. Did I feel at ease? Did I feel combustion? Did I feel like I was already gonna give myself a hard time about what I was eating after? And it's like those emotions actually do change the chemistry, the DNA, the energy body especially, and affect you, of course, here. So some people who literally will not stop gaining weight and they're eating everything correctly and da-da-da-da-da, and they're going by the book. Have you ever thought about what you're eating energetically? And it might be a weird thing and it might be a weird topic. It might be something you've never even thought of. But if you eat with stress and guilt, you are gonna change the molecular level of, I think, the food as well as your body. And so how can we change that? Eat with joy, with love, with passion. Eat something, make food like with fun. Put a lot of colors into it, put a lot of, and does it matter if you're eating like natural foods and this and that? Of course, it's going to be different for every person, so I'm not going to blanket statement that at all. But energetically, why do you think homemade food a lot of times tastes better? Right? Like your mother's or your aunt's favorite recipe. And it could be the most simple thing. I will totally shout out my aunt right now. She used to make these, she would cook bacon and literally just do like hot flour tortillas and she would wrap them up. We would just eat these. They were just tortilla and bacon. There was nothing else in them, but they tasted like love. They tasted fucking great. And there were 2 ingredients. And I always wonder why, right? And it's like, I could make the same thing. And if I'm not making it with that same feeling, maybe it won't turn out the same way. And I do think that if you are especially empathic, an empath, energy sensitive, any of those things, that it can actually have an effect on the way the food tastes. And even for me, I now know all of this, and I do tend to eat pretty healthy, but there's moments that I don't want to eat healthy. And I choose not to eat. I had McDonald's the other night for dinner. I was exhausted and I don't even care about that. I just wanted McDonald's. And I went to a late night run at McDonald's. Do I eat it all the time? No. So that was even more of a reason to enjoy it. So rather than eating with this stress and this guilt and this pressure and all these rules, sometimes you can just eat something because you enjoy it. Yeah, I know. It's absolutely crazy. And I do think that it makes a difference on how you feel. So I want you to maybe become aware. How do you feel before you eat? What is your relationship and what is your emotion with what you are about to eat before you start eating it, before you order it, before you make it? What do you feel like when you're making it? What do you feel like when you're eating it? And what do you feel like after? Because that's another thing. Your words mean something. So if you were, oh my God, I'm such a fat cow because I just ate this hamburger, and you go into this little complaining mode that's so natural and so normal in our culture and between us people one-on-one, it's bullshit. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Start eating with, like I said, joy, love. Change it slowly, but just becoming aware of it first. And change your relationship with food and the way that it fuels your body. It is not meant to be used as a distraction, as another thing to just get down on yourself about. Use it as fuel. It is for your body to thrive, not for you to beat yourself up about, or to feel in debt of when you eat something that you quote unquote should not be eating. And I just want you to start to become aware and see how you feel after, and if you want help with something like this, you set up a session and we will energetically change and reprogram some of this stuff, because we have such attachment to food and our well-being, of course, right? The whole point of being healthy and, well, health and wellness is that happiness, that balance, that, mobility, like all these different things that we might want out of ourselves and out of our lives. And I think food is a huge part of it. So that's why I've been posting a lot about food, and I will continue to post probably more about food this week and what I'm making and what I'm eating and whatever. And you could be bored with it or not, but yeah, check in with me. Let me know how it lands with you. I'm going to be asking you guys a ton of questions this week, and I want you to do the same with me. So I will be more prevalent on here. All right. I love you guys, and have a good week.